Hey guys, welcome back. I have climbed a bit off stream and now we have reached Master 2. I think next week will be the next live streams where we will try to reach Master 1. Obviously we are playing Dragon Link right now and I just wanted to show you two crazy replays I had here that once again like cement the fact that I talked about the last time when I made this Climb to Master 1 video, is that you basically should never give up a game, especially if it's a game where you will rank up. So never give up a game. We have the first game against the Tearlaments here, and obviously Dragon Link is pretty nice against Tearlaments, but let's see what happens. He goes first, and he goes Rhino Heart. We have the Ash Blossom to ash that, which is nice because this basically stops his Kid Color's plays for now. And he passes over to us, which I expect something like a Sulliek to be here, which I think is always like a good call. So it makes sense to start with Lubellion just to have another Bystial in hand, and now that he ashes my Lubellion, I then obviously have to go for a quick launch, because to start all my combo lines, Striker Dragon, etc., I need a level 4 Dragon on the field, and this is provided by quick launch. He chains Maxi, and now we are in a bit of a bad position. I personally do not like to play into Maxi, and you can also see that at the moment I have the Lubellion in the grave, I have my Baldrake, I cannot remove anything from his grave, so I could go for the Baldrake, could summon the Baldrake and maybe go for Romulus and continue the line, but he still has a monster, still has potentially a Sulliek, so at this point I'm thinking about, okay, what will I do? Will I play through this? I am going to summon my Rocket Tracer and make a mistake here, unfortunately, so he also has a Bystial Baldrake, so now my plans of playing further are basically, they are basically gone, and I decide here to not make the Striker Dragon. Not realizing at this moment that I can firstly not attack with the Rocket Racer because quick launch, and then it gets destroyed in the end phase. So pretty bad situation. I'm thinking about setting the Branded Beast, thinking that it's not really that helpful, but anyways, I set it, pass over, and I'm feeling like, okay, this game is probably lost. He goes Diviner of the Herald, pitches for some reason, I don't really understand, pitches Mudora instead of one of the shuffle mill 5s. Then goes into Beatrice, which now can bring something into the grave. He goes for the Merly, which we can remove now with our Baldrake. At least that is quite nice. Get the Baldrake onto the field, and now I activate my Branded Beast just to have it. So, because if I would like to activate it, I want it to be active. So let's, for example, say he attacks my Baldrake, then if I wanted to destroy the Beatrice for whatever reason, makes no sense when he attacks me obviously, but if I wanted to, I basically have to have the Branded Beast already up, otherwise I have to firstly chain it, then the attack goes through, and then I cannot longer react. So he passes over to me, not destroying my Bystial Baldrake with his Beatrice, which makes sense because this is a quick effect and he can basically do it on my turn again. So he goes for it. Fortunately, I have the Ash, so I can stop his Tearlaments fusion plans at this point here. I Ash this, and now my only play is basically to go into the battle phase. I battle over the Rhino Heart, which is nice because whatever is here, if it's a Tearlament card, is now no longer active. I have to pass over to him. I have still the Maxi in hand, which is nice. He has another Rhino Heart, which is rough. This is like the best thing you can have. He pitches a Halfness, activates Halfness, I go Maxi. And at this point I'm like, this is rough now because he can just go Kid Color, search for example Sulliek, pass over to me, and I only draw one card from the Maxi, and he's in a really nice position. Also now he can run over my Baldrake, that makes sense. We draw a Cypher, which is quite nice. He goes effect, searching a Crime, which is even worse than a Sulliek if he can activate it. He battles over my Baldrake, which I already said makes definitely sense. He attacks with the Rhino Heart, and now we basically have nothing. So he does the play that I'm talking about, and now for some reason he decides to put back Tracer and my Baldrake, so I'm not quite sure why. I think this is not like really important. So the situation we are in now is not that great. We have Boot Sector launch, which now we cannot use anymore because our Rocket Tracer just got shuffled back, so this card is dead. We have Cyphered. They have a Crime. We have a Branded Beast, which we can not use. They have a Kid Color, so rough situation here. I'm going Cyphered, activating Boot Sector launch, and here was my thinking, and it worked. I activated the boot sector launch. Obviously, I'm not quite sure why he crimed this, because he could have just looked into my graveyard, seeing that there is no rocket monster here. So my train of thought was, hey, I can activate it, maybe he crimes it, and then I am already rid of this trap here. For some reason he does it, which is nice for me at the point. Obviously, now Striker Dragon, making Striker Dragon would be less impactful. He also pitches a Merly, which he now can go Fusion Summon with, into his Rule Colors. And I mean, the situation is, yeah, there were many points at which I thought about giving up, but then I didn't. I am going to use Cypher, the Black Dragon, then go Striker Dragon just to get Black Dragon into the graveyard so I can search White Dragon. Obviously, the boot sector launch already used here. He has an impermanence for some reason. I mean, okay, no, that's wait. I was confused about this in the game as well. What happened with the boot? Oh yeah, Crime sends it back to the deck. That's why he negates this. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. We can get the White Dragon Wyver Burster, and now we have at least play. So I go for Dark here because there is still the Bystial in his grave, and I think, okay, I maybe can at least battle over something here. Can at least establish somewhat of a board. Also have the Brand Beast active then. I go battle phase, battle over this. Obviously there is no real, like, doesn't make sense to destroy this via the Branded Beast. This will just come back. So this is all for now. And also Dark can then search me Dark monster with 1/5 or less defense from deck to hand when it gets to the grave. So this is also nice. He battles over this. This seems to be a dead card. And now our situation is not that bad because we have Dark, which we can use to get Baldrake back. Or we can run into this. I drew a Caught by the Grave, which obviously this is quite nice. Now good for us. We are summoning the Baldrake, using the Beast, tributing, destroying, and now I can Caught by the Grave the Rule Colors, getting this thing out of the grave here. Yeah, and then we can attack with the Dark, and now our situation looks better. This seems to be somewhat of a dead card, so yeah, let's see what it is, and let's see what he draws, right? I go attack. Obviously he's still a lot of life points left, so we are not going to kill him anytime soon, I guess. He will have more chances to recover. He sets a card, passes back to me. I draw Saronir, and now obviously I can use my Dark, getting back the Baldrake. And he goes Super Polymerization, and this is like, okay. He goes Super Poly and goes into Mudrang. Okay, I was thinking Starving Venom. So obviously super annoying because now my Dark is gone and he is, yeah, he has established a bit of lead, and he has a Kelbeck. So he dropped the Kelbeck for the Super Poly, and yeah, I think I don't need to say anything. Kelbeck goes mill 5. Fortunately for us, he only hits the Scream, getting a Saliak. So obviously now I can use the Chaos Space here to draw another card, putting back my Bystial Lobelion. I draw Magnamoot, and now the game is over. I can go Magnamoot, Saronir, attack, and the game is over. But this was a game that was really tough, and there were a lot of moments in which I thought, okay, I will just give this up. And then another cool game here, which also, this was the game in which I would climb to Master 2. So this was my rank up game against Exorcist, a really strong deck. If I remember this correctly, they also went first, and they were able to build the basic Exorcist board that is able to banish, like, I think 3 times all in all, which is enough to cripple basically any deck out there. So this looks like 60 cards. I was confused in that moment as well, but it's more than 40. So he has Marta, so let's assume that he has Marta. I have nothing to interact with him here, and he goes Capistel, so he can, I think, search for a monster. That works because you can go monster, another monster, and then go for the Michaelis, which Michaelis can then be used to search you the trap, the banishment trap, if you don't already have it. He goes Michaelis, pretty basic play here, activates effect to grab the trap, the Returnia, which is the banishment trap, and then you can go into the Magnifica play, which this can banish, the trap can banish, and then you can tag out this girl here for another Michaelis, which then can also banish. So I am starting here, and obviously Bystial Lobelion first play, same thing as last turn. I'm going for the Druisworm. The Druisworm because I'm thinking, okay, Saronir I don't really need here. Druisworm could maybe make a difference when it goes to the grave, destroying something here. I'm not really super convinced, especially with this hand, which I basically can do nothing with. I don't have a level 4 starter to go into Striker Dragon or something. I don't have one of the little Chaos Dragons, so already pretty bad. I go Branded Regained here because I want to banish something for the Bystial Druid's Worm. He has a Maxi, which I decide, I'm not quite sure now, I think I decide not to stop it. Yeah, because I realized that I only have the Bystial Druid's Worm play, right? I cannot go cast Dragon Levianeer. I mean, of course, I have the one draw from the Branded Regain, so you could have argued that I could have used Cold Buy or Ash Blossom to negate this Maxi so that my draw from Regain maybe helped me out. But I decided to basically pass the turn over, going Druid's Worm here. He draws a card. I can now also draw a card. He goes Banishment, and I think banishes Regain if I'm not... Okay, he banishes Druid's Worm, okay. So I can still draw a card, and I grab the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, which, if you notice here, I could have played... I could have, like, extended my plays with this one, though I would have gone Striker Dragon, then I could have searched white, so I could have gotten into Romulus, but obviously could have like banished Romulus. I said Called by the Grave and just pass over. Definitely like dangerous, my decision here to not go for plays under Maxi. He attacks, and I think this thing can attack twice. I am alive. He goes main phase 2 end phase, and now I have plays not under Maxi, or at least I think he does not throw another one. So I'm going Sarony here. He takes out his Magnifica now. Probably into Michaelis to have a banish life. Here is the Michaelis, and I go Sarony. Sarony banish, so I can draw a card with Branded Regained, which this is nice. He goes Banish. Banishes my Bystial Lubelion from the graveyard. I was a bit confused. I was thinking, okay, banish the Regained now, because this is already a kind of a grindy game, I would say, and if this goes on grind-wise, then I will win because of Regain, but he gets rid of Lubelion, which I definitely think is a good decision. Lubelion is quite impactful. And now here for my thinking line was the following. I read this card, and it says, if all monsters you control are Exorcist monsters, mindestens one, so we need at least one, then all of this is active. So I was thinking, okay, let's just go battle phase, get rid of his only Exorcist monster, so then the trap is no longer alive. Or basically what is happening right now, I force him to use the trap now. So this is what he does here, gets rid of my Sarony and my Cold by the Grave, which this card is just... What is this card, to be honest? Immediately, so pay, then target one card your opponent controls on the graveyard, banish it, and then if you XYZ summon this turn, banish one card your opponent controls. This is not even targeted. So you have a targeted banish and an untargeted banish and one trap card. It's just crazy. We are going Boot Sector Launch because now I can get Rocket Tracer, destroy the Sector Launch, get into the Recharger. Obviously, we now want to go Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, activating his effect. I think yeah. He goes Dimensional Barrier, which is unfortunate. This would have been a great effect, but now my Synchro Monsters effect is negated, basically, and I can't even run over Michaelis. I pass over because this is the end of my place here. Cannot summon the Collapse Serpent. He goes Detach to get a trap. I definitely ash this. Don't want another of this Returnia trap to come to the field and banish all my stuff. This gets ash negated, which is nice. He goes Battle Phase, battles into my Chaos Ruler, and then goes evenly matched. So in here I'm thinking, oh, do I want to keep my Chaos Ruler or my Branded Regained? But I figure Branded Regained, I have the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, also Levianeer, so I definitely will banish something next turn, so why don't keep it? He goes set card, and I get my turn. So I start here with the White Dragon, the Recharger goes, I draw a card, which is nice. We draw Chaos Space, awesome. I Chaos Space, drop the Black Dragon and get the Lubelion to the hand. Activating Lubelion now, of course. Oh, okay, I start with the Chaos Space. This is definitely a mistake. I should have gone Bystial Lubelion first here. So the cards that I... Exactly for something like this. So obviously this is fine. I can still search another Bystial, but this is exactly the reason why this other route is the more safe one. If, for example, I would have wanted to search my Magna Mood, now I have drawn it. But it's okay, I get the Baldrake. A Baldrake also quite nice against the deck. I'm banishing the Magnifica, getting the Magna Mood to the field, and then getting the Bystial Lubelion to the field. So the idea is only to establish more advantage by getting my Branded Beast onto the field. I then go Chaos Dragon Levianeer, getting one of his hand cards back into the deck, and then decide, because this cannot attack once he has used its effect, I go destroy this card here. it's fine, it's only dimensional barrier. I can now go ball drag, attack, and then win the game. But by the way, it's exactly lethal. It's 6,700. So I go kill him and go climb to Master 2. So 2 games that I think a lot of people would have given up on at some points. The Tearlaments game definitely the closer one in comparison to the Exorcista game. But yeah, crazy guys, just keep at your games, especially if there are games that you can reach the next level with Master 2, Master 1, Diamond, Gold 1, whatever. Just keep with it, play it out. Maybe it takes a bit more time, but you probably will learn something and you might be able to like turn the thing around. This is especially interesting for people who are complaining about Maxi or stuff and are giving games up early. Try to not give games up early and you will see how many games you can win that you thought were not winnable. That's crazy. That's something you experience if you keep playing the game, keep in the game, and try to like turn the wheels. You will also learn, you will also get a better intuition when it comes to knowing when you definitely cannot win a game. So this also gets better. So I hope you liked the video. Keep your climbing up. I hope you reach the rank that you have like or want to achieve this season. I definitely will go for Master 1 next week. Then we only need a few games now. Dragon Link, Bystial Dragon Link, definitely a nice deck, way easier climb than Labyrinth. I also will do a video about the climb with all the stats like I did last time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you liked the video. We will see each other in the next one.